Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today I wanted to take the time to talk about a certain idea that's been floating around, and I wanted to take this one idea and sort of magnify it as well. I've gotten a few comments on it. It's all over the forums, and just it's a thing that I think would be actually really cool to see, and how it goes, as well as keep SoD very fresh. But that idea is going to be, what if they updated everything? And what do I mean by that? Well, take everything that SoD has brought us that is new and scale it to the max level, as well as make it at bare minimum AQ quality gear, and at the maximum make it SE quality gear. I think that would be truly amazing. So the most asked for example of this is going to be something like making all the legendaries a higher quality. So like Thunder Fury, bringing it to max level. They tweaked most of these weapons in some degree in Season of Discovery and made them better. So now, why not tweak them again? Mainly the earlier ones like Thunder Fury, Hand of Rag. Those take a lot of effort and are normally game bis, like you use that weapon the entire time if you acquire it. Maybe Nax, you start to replace it. But for the most part, you use those weapons forever in Classic. And in SoD, they're decent, and they were great in the phases they were, but they're no longer bis. Atish is only bis because of the buff it has, and Atish came out last phase. So taking some of these iconic, amazing, legendary weapons and upping them to a level that makes them doable, and you can even make content out of it, require people to like use a chalice with the legendary weapon acquired to upgrade it to a SE version. Just something like that, so people have something to grind for, something to go after, something you can do. I know upgrading is very retail, and I obviously don't want everything to be like retail here in Season of Discovery. It is Classic WoW after all, but I think something cool like that for legendaries, given how they were acquired, given they've already been tweaked in SoD, and given the power spike that we're seeing in SE, it'd be really cool to see those weapons people work so hard for have some permanence here in SoD as well. Then, spitballing here, but another amazing idea or thing they could do is take some of the most iconic Season of Discovery content that they release newly with every phase that is kind of just sitting there and being useless, essentially. It is just straight up level up content, and after that you don't really do anything. Runes, I understand why they got rid of those, and the quests and the journeys behind them at this point, and just put in the Rune Broker. I think that was very fair. They gave people plenty of time to go out there and do them. They were great when they were fresh and in phase, and they gave you something to go do to complete your character. However, after a while, they did get pretty tedious, so I understand the Rune Broker. But we still have some things called level up raids, and it is pretty good new revamped content. So what if we took those level up raids and scaled them to level 60 and gave them loot pools of at least Naxxramas? Maybe give them all the dragon loot pools, but scale them to 60 and make them sort of an AQ difficulty or easier, and just make it another way to get AQ gear. The adding it to the real vendor was pretty divisive, and that I suggested yesterday. Well, I got a lot of pushback on that idea. People either loved it or they hated it, and really no in between on that. And so maybe something like that. Maybe scale Nomergon, maybe scale BFD, maybe scale Sunken Temple up to that. Or even you could have each level up raid scale up to 60, and then you could have the gear be used representative. So like BFD is MC, Nomergon is BWL gear, and then something else like Sunken Temple could be AQ or Naxxramas gear. I think those would both be very fitting, really cool ideas that would allow people to utilize the level up raids, experience them at max level, and get a reward out of it. Obviously, you can also add a whole bunch of cosmetics to it. Things like the green Gnomish Mecha Strider here. Like, people really want this still, and they go after it for specifically in Nomergon. Most raids I see do it that have 60s in it have that S hard or hard res even. So it is a really cool mount and something that people can really go after. I actually got really lucky. That mount and the Naxxramas mount, I both rolled a 100 for, so I said, those are mine, gimme. But it was really cool to see like something that was, this was added in the original game. I did a whole video on it, but just those really cool things that made SoD unique and fun, let's not lose those. Those are content gold mines in my opinion, and we could upscale them to max level. And even if the rewards are, adjacent to current raid rewards, or they're just purely fun cosmetics, I think it gives people something to do, and it makes SoD fresh. And I'd imagine we've gotten pretty good at scaling things here in Season of Discovery from all the tweaks that we have done. So I don't know how hard it would be to just crank it up to 60 and give them mob values representative of whatever raid they're in. And I think it would be really cool and could lead to some really fun experiences, as well as some new shiny colors and cosmetics and rewards that we could get. So we've tackled legendary weapons, we have tackled all the old content. Now let's talk about an event here that I think was truly amazing, and I really enjoyed doing it, even if it became just a sort of AFK PvE AV fest. But the Ashenvale PvP event, I think, could use scale it up to 60 and let people come here, earn reels from it, earn reputation from it, add more rewards, or even earn the blood coins from it. Like, take all the PvP events and make them all reward the blood coins, because the blood coins are where you get the gear. So you can get some nice PvP gear from blood coins. I think AQ is where they revamped it and redid that. So just, allow people who are PvPing, no matter what they're doing, get one currency. Very similar to how we have everyone doing PvE, earning Tarnished Undermine reels. Throw that in there for the PvP players. Throw them a bone, give them something, incentivize PvP. I will show you that this is the only time that I have ever done this, but I actually got exalted with Warsong Outriders for the Epic Bracers. I don't have them anymore, but this is the only time in all of Classic WoW that I pushed it all the way to Exalted to get that awesome gear. So it was really cool to experience that, do that, and felt rewarding for that grind. So I liked the Ashenvale event, even though it became just a, sort of like AV. But it was just something to go out here and do every day. It was a reason to log in. It was a reason to play. It was a reason to progress my character. And I think if you scaled the Ashenvale event up to 60, it would be really cool. Blood Moon is literally the phase 2 and phase 3 event, and then we got the Blackrock Mountain. So that's why I said, like, add coins to Blackrock Mountain, and you could kill them there to get that. But anyway, guys, those are just my thoughts and opinions here in Season of Discovery for how they could sort of upgrade everything, revamp it, and make it truly enjoyable. But I would love to hear what you guys say, if that's something you'd be interested, if that's something you would enjoy. I'm just kind of thinking of ways that we can continue SoD going, we can keep SoD feeling fresh, because if you don't go anywhere, you got a long while for whatever's next. So I think it would just be something that would be pretty cool and interesting to explore. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey you. Yes, you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.